I'm a bit nervous and excited. Fill up on water because it's so dry. Prime time for the midges. Bit of a hard day for me, like also mentally. Getting so warm now. This is beautiful. This has been quite hard because I've been carrying Otto for over half a mile. It's just been a bit harder than I thought it would be. Hi, my name is Elli. I'm a long-distance hiker and backpacker. Enjoying a cup of coffee with a view is my absolute happy place. And this is Otto, an adopted stray dog, crisps lover, and the best hiking companion. Come join us as we explore the great outdoors, one trail at a time. Wow, this is the most beautiful hotel room I've stayed in such a long time. Wow, this is great. This is such a nice room and it wasn't even expensive. Everyone, and welcome to a new video and a new little mini series. My name is Elli, I'm a long distance hiker and backpacker, and with my dog Otto I'm about to start a new long distance hike. It's the longest one we've attempted in quite some time and I'm really excited about it. We spent a couple of hours today, I think almost 4 hours in total, on 2 different trains and then 1 bus to get to Portpatrick, which is on the southwest coast of Scotland. And tomorrow morning we'll start the Southern Upland Way, which is one of Scotland's great trails and the first official coast-to-coast long-distance hike in the UK. It's over 40 years old, if I am not mistaken. As I said, it's a coast-to-coast walk, so it runs from the west coast of Scotland, from Portpatrick, where we are right now, all the way across the Scottish borders to the east coast, to the North Sea. And the trail crosses different landscapes, the southern uplands, so there's a bit of hills, even going up to 400, 500, 600 meters. There's, I think, a lot of wooded areas in Galloway, and I think there's going to be a lot of variation. The trail is 212 miles long, so 340 kilometers. So we'll be on trail for a little while, probably around 16, 17 days, I guess. I think we picked a good time to do it. The weather is just perfect. Almost too warm already. Just glorious sunshine. It's supposed to stay like that for at least the next couple of days. It's very settled at the moment, so yeah, that's a really big plus, obviously, because I want to wild camp as much as possible. I've booked a hotel for tonight, just for some last minute luxury, so to say, to have a proper shower, to have a really good night's sleep, to charge all my electronics, and then from tomorrow on we'll be mostly wild camping. There are a couple of bothies on the way as well. If you've watched our videos or previous videos, you know that Otto and I did the coast-to-coast, Wainwright's coast-to-coast last year in August. The Southern Upland Way is like the Scottish counterpart of the coast-to-coast. It's fairly similar when it comes to the distance. The Southern Upland Way is a bit longer, about 25-ish miles longer, but it has a bit less ascent than the coast-to-coast in England. So yeah, I'm really excited how those two compare, because obviously the coast-to-coast, the Wainwright's coast-to-coast, is quite iconic, quite famous, and for me as well, it's one of my top 3 favorite walks so far. So I'm really excited how the Southern Upland Way will compare to that, because I feel like the Southern Uplands are sometimes a bit overlooked, because obviously if you think about Scotland and hiking, you always think about the Highlands, those big rugged mountains, but the Scottish borders are a bit overlooked. So I think this is going to be really interesting if it's an alternative to the coast to coast, if it's maybe even better. I'm going to take you along and show you the trail as best as I can. So definitely stay tuned for the next videos. I think I'm going to enjoy a nice shower and then a walk along the beach in Portpatrick. And then I'm going to have some food and a good rest, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for the start. Ooh, this is it, the start of another long through hike. I don't know, I just found myself just taking my time, almost like I don't want to leave, and I don't know if that's weird or if it's just me, but whenever I start a longer hike, like longer than just a week or so, I don't know, I always get so nervous. Like I almost don't want to set off, even though obviously you can always quit a hike, you can always stop if things aren't working out. Obviously I'm really excited, and once I start walking everything will be fine, but just these like moments or the day before I start a hike, I always can't sleep well. I think the best thing is just to start to set off and start a 340-kilometer hike. Let's go! Ooh, this is it. What a beautiful start point for a long distance hike. Ooh, I'm a bit nervous and excited. So let's go! The Southern Upland Way, similar to Wainwright's Coast to Coast, starts with a couple of miles of coast walking, which I always enjoy so much, especially on a beautiful day like today. It's so nice just being able to walk along the coast, having these beautiful views. I don't think you can see it on camera, but you can actually see Ireland over there in the far back. It's a bit hazy. I think it's like barely 30 kilometers, I think. I think it's supposed to be around 18-19 degrees, which obviously for Otto's black coat is enough. I think for the next couple of days we'll also be walking through wooded areas like plantation forests quite a bit, so hopefully there will be some shade in there, and yeah, it will be a bit easier. Oh, look at that, all the bluebells. Wow, this is cute. A real coast path, quite steep. What a cute lighthouse over there. Wow. Such a beautiful day. First little snack break with this amazing view. We're saying goodbye to the coast for now, for the next 2 weeks or so. I don't have a real plan for the distance that I want to do today. Typically, or like on the Southern Upland Way, I want to average around 19, 20, 21 kilometers, depending on the terrain, the weather obviously, but there are a couple of bothies that I want to stay at, and oftentimes they're like 20 kilometers or like 40 kilometers apart, so roughly splitting the distance in like around 20 kilometer sections should work out fine, I think. But today is a bit different, because typically the first stage would be to go to Castle Kennedy, which is a little like village, and there's also a castle and gardens there, but obviously you can't really wild camp there, so it's going to be either before the village, that's around 17 kilometers, so it would be great to do a bit more, but then after that there's like farmland and minor roads as well, and the next better spots will be around the 25 kilometer mark, so I really don't know where we're going to end up. I think the next days will be a bit easier when we're more in like more remote, more open terrain. I think it's a lot easier to find something there probably. Cute. Ooh, look at that. I think we have to go up there somewhere. I think that's the little hill that we have to climb, but there's quite a few cattle herds up there. This is actually my biggest concern, and probably also the reason I was a bit anxious to set off, because there's obviously, as you can see, it's not the highlands here, but it's mainly farmland, at least for a couple of days, or like in between, a lot of cows on some stretches. I think this makes me feel a bit uneasy, to be honest. Look at that. I think I haven't even told you about that, but there's a thing called the horde on the Southern Upland Way, and the so-called horde are 13 kists that you can find along the way. Apparently there's a little sign, Ultrea, which is very common, like a phrase of encouragement for pilgrims, which is very funny, because basically if you would translate it from Latin, it means something like, yeah, let's go, basically, which is, yeah, kind of funny, I think. There are 13 kists, and whenever you see like an Ultrea sign, or little sign on a way marker, there's something in that area that you can find, and all the kists have been designed apparently by local artists and sculptors, and in each kist there's a coin, like basically a coin with a design that represents something from history or culture, wildlife, something like that. I don't know if you can see that, but this doesn't look good at all. There are cows, and I think I can even, they calves with them. And this is basically where the trail goes, where I have to go through. I don't know if I can maybe walk along the other side of the fence. I will definitely try that. Oh, I'm a bit scared, because they're definitely blocking the gate. There are calves with them. So yeah, I don't want to take any risks, obviously. They apparently lost interest. They're all up there. This is the end of the fence. Maybe if I can climb over there, but there's a bit of barbed wire, so I don't know if I can make it there and then walk inside the fence, because I think I can see a marker over there. Ooh, always the best feeling ever. We're on our first moor. This will be our spot for lunch. Ooh, and there actually is the Ultrea sign. No way. I don't know. I don't see anything, like nothing even that resembles. I mean, there's obviously like heather and boggy terrain. I mean, it's not boggy now, but I don't know. I don't see anything where you could like hide a kist, or no resemblance of something like that whatsoever. I don't know, maybe it's a bit down the trail, but I think I'm going to have my lunch break first. I'm going to make a little sandwich. I have protein flatbread, vegan cheese, vegan ham, so I'm going to have that. I looked around for, I don't know, a good 10 minutes, but I didn't find it. There actually are riddles, like for each kist, that can help you find it. But the riddle said to look for a frosted glass shelf, and I didn't see anything of that sort. I don't know, maybe I'm not supposed to take it literally, but yeah, I didn't find it. So yeah, kist number 1, not for us. As expected, most of today's stretch is on tarmac. There's almost no traffic, so it's really quiet, but still it feels quite long, a bit monotonous. As you can see, there's not a lot of shade, which is yeah, not ideal because it's pretty warm, but I think it's just maybe about an hour to Castle Kennedy. We're just walking into Castle Kennedy. I'm going to go to the petrol station to get some water, and then I think we'll carry on for a little bit to the castle and the tea room, because we've been walking in the shade. Otto is still yeah, happy and just walking ahead, so I think we'll have a bit of energy to keep going and then look for a spot after the castle. Ooh, we're in the estate gardens already. Look at that, this is so cool. I'm really excited to see the ruins of the castle, and also for the tea room. I can't wait to have a coffee. Ooh, look at that, this looks so cute. They even have palm trees. Jackpot, they were still open. And look at this view of the old ruins. And now I have a beautiful spot in the shade, a lemonade, an ice cream, and I'm getting a coffee. So yeah, perfect. We spent almost an hour at the tea room. We had a really nice break in the shade. It was so nice to yeah, refuel with a coffee, a lemonade, or to have some snacks, and just a really long break. I want to do another 4.5 kilometers to get up to a wooded area where I think it's a lot easier and better to set up the tent. 25 kilometers down. It's almost 6 p.m. now, but not long now. This wooded area over there, this is Glenwhan forest. That's my goal for tonight. I'm going to set up my tent in there to be away from livestock and a bit sheltered under the trees. Oh, look at that. This is so cool. The terrain opening up, because to be honest, it has been a lot of farmland today, and all of it like fenced off. So yeah, really happy to get into the woodlands a bit more, to have this like open moorland area. This is beautiful. There should be a little stream, but it looks pretty dry, so probably no water for me tonight. That's not flowing at all. Okay, yeah, a bit sketchy. I think I'm going to ration my water for tonight and then hopefully find something a bit better tomorrow. Definitely interesting and good thing to remember for the next couple of days, to always fill up on water, because it's so dry. This is the only a bit more open area that I found to put up a tent. As you can see, it's quite overgrown and in parts still boggy too. But this is perfect. I set up my tent right here and call it a day. All set up, and look at that. So quiet and peaceful. And there even is a little bit of running water, at least for washing my face. And yeah, this is it. First things first, giving Otto his treat for finishing the walk, so that he knows that we're done walking for the day. Yeah, it's a little pre-dinner treat. Best moment of the day, taking my shoes off. I actually brought my camp shoes this time because I knew it would be warm enough to use them to sit around the evening. It's already 7 p.m. now. It's been a really long day, but yeah, never too late to make a coffee, I guess. I can't wait. This is going to be so nice. As you could probably tell from my large backpack, I'm carrying a lot of food, actually this as well, because there isn't really anything for the first 5 days, I think. 5 days. I brought a lot of food, which is quite heavy. And my stove is all the way at the bottom, as always. Wow, it's the most beautiful evening. It's so warm still. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I think I'm going to have my dinner now. For tonight I'm having one of my Yule meals, pasta with tomato sauce, and I bought a lemonade at the petrol station for 29p. I don't know, I couldn't really believe my eyes when I saw that on the like card reader thing come up. I don't know, what in the world costs under 30p? This is crazy, but anyway, I'm having that. I had to close the tent because the midges are out. Not that many, but still. I mean, obviously it's the time of day, there's no wind, and the sun's just about to set, so yeah, prime time for the midges. And unfortunately there are also a couple of ticks on this spot. I found a couple of them on my feet and in the grass and on Otto. So yeah, I don't know, I hope they're not really around the tent. I don't know, now that I saw one, I just keep seeing them, not crazy amounts, but yeah, just a couple. So yeah, not the ideal spot I was hoping for, but yeah, it is what it is. This is it, the first day of the Southern Upland Way, and to be honest, it's been quite a hard day. Not really like hard, but a very long day. I kind of wish I had set up the tent a bit earlier, but it was just like farmland and I wasn't sure, like obviously cattle can just like turn up if they're on the other side of a field. Even if you don't see them, they can like turn up during the night. So I didn't want to set up on areas that I thought were still farmland. But at the end, walking through the woodland was nice, and I'm really happy with our progress today, because that means that we'll have a much shorter day tomorrow. I think it's only about 11 miles, I guess. This is it for day 1. I'm going to have my dinner now, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Good night! Good morning everyone. It's only 7:15, but obviously the sun goes up at like 5:05 or something like that. So the sun is already up for over 2 hours, and yeah, it's getting quite warm. It was a very chilly night. I think it dropped to 3 or 4 degrees. It definitely felt very, very chilly. But yeah, sun's out now. It's getting warmer. It's supposed to be another quite warm day. I think 19-20 degrees. And yeah, let's make a coffee. I don't know if you can see that, but the midges are out again. From what I know, they don't like sunlight. I hope they will go away when it gets a bit warmer, because yeah, they're a bit annoying, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a beautiful spot. It's very quiet. I didn't see anyone yesterday all evening. There was no one here. But yeah, in hindsight, it wasn't the ideal spot because there are ticks around. And yeah, the midges. So I kind of wish I had set up somewhere else. Maybe yeah, just at the start of the woodland area, or even yeah, on the moorland. But yeah, we'll be fine. I'm just going to make a coffee and have breakfast, and then we'll start going before it gets too hot today. Coffee. I'm going to have a look on the map for today. That's what I'm typically doing in the morning, just to have a rough idea about the terrain that's coming up, and yeah, things like that. And one thing that was really unusual and honestly is a bit intimidating, having this big long map, because these are like strip maps, though they're not for the entire areas, but just like basically cutouts just for the section that we're walking through, and then like a bit on both sides obviously, and then it goes from like one map to another, and then yeah, all the way through. And the last trails that we did went from like A to K, A to J sometimes only, but this goes from A to Q, which really shows how long the trail is. And yeah, there's so many sections obviously still coming up, and yeah, it can feel a bit intimidating, I'm going to be honest here, but yeah, just one step at a time, one day at a time, I guess. I'm just going to finish my coffee, check myself for ticks, and then get ready and we'll be off. As always, we're leaving no trace whatsoever. And let's go! Let's get out of Mitch hell. Our first tasks for today are finding some water. I mean, I still have a little bit, but yeah, I need to refill it somewhat soon. And then there's apparently another kist in this wooden area. And I really hope that I can finally find the treasure this time. This is such a cool little side quest on a hike, just yeah, finding these coins. Ooh, there it is, the old Rhea sign. So I guess we'll have a look around. Ooh, I think I might have found it. Oh, luckily it's right on trail this time. Oh, it's empty. Oh no. Oh, look at that. Our first coin. A red squirrel. I already feel so much better. Oh, this is really, really nice. This is such a nice woodland now, a bit better than where we hiked through this morning and yesterday. It doesn't feel that swampy with all the higher trees giving shade. Quite a bit of storm damage, but most of it has been cleared, which is really great. and really the advantage of a national trail, because obviously there are more people maintaining it, clearing these areas. Cows can be dangerous, but I think I'm lucky, at least on this field. There are only 2 horses over there, but no cows. Woohoo! Another sign, cows, but I think we might be lucky again. Don't see anything. Ooh, good. This is probably quite boggy if it's a bit wetter, but look at that. It's so dry. It's crazy. Another very warm day with no wind whatsoever. But luckily we don't have a very long day. As I said, it's about 10-11 miles to the Bothy, so I think we'll get there early before it gets really, really warm. A tiny little bit of shade. That's going to be our spot for a first little break after almost 6 kilometers. Oh, there are a lot of cows up there. Oh, shit. I was walking through there to avoid them, which was okay, but a bit boggy, but yeah, definitely doable because it's so dry. They didn't seem very interested, and I don't think they have calves with them, so yeah. All good, but there's another field that we have to walk through. Ooh, and another field. A couple of them are on the path. They're all there, right on the path now. I think the path is somewhere down there. I took a big detour. This has been quite hard because I've been carrying Otto for over half a mile. Ooh, it's so hot. We've made it out of the field. Oh, this has been a bit hard in the sun, but I think we'll join a little minor road, country lane, in a couple of meters. And another field with cows and calves. They're just behind there, but luckily that's the gate. Ooh. It started so nice in the shade in the woodlands, and now having several fields with cattle just back to back has been, yeah, a bit hard. I mean, obviously I know that's the livelihood for farmers, for people living here, but yeah, still, it's still quite hard, and I'm always happy when I don't have to go through fields. Happy to have a bit of easier walking, but also not a lot of shade, unfortunately. I kind of miss some facilities on the Southern Upland Way so far. Like, I really like having little villages, pubs, cafes here and there. And there was basically nothing. I mean, there was a tea room yesterday, but other than that, just this one petrol station for the first over 60 kilometers. Like, there's nothing today and nothing tomorrow. I found a little spot in the shade. There's a farm there. And because I was running low on water and there's no, like, all the little streams were like pretty much dried out or really stagnant, and obviously there's livestock around, so I knocked on the door because I saw there's a car parked there, and I got my water refilled, which is so kind. So yeah, I think we're going to take a little break, a couple of minutes here. I don't know, a bit of a hard day for me, like also mentally. I already had an energy bar for lunch and I'm having a protein shake. Like, it's a clear protein, tastes like iced tea, which I really like. It's really easy to drink it. Of course, I'm also having some carbs, Skittles, sour Skittles and some wine gums. So far the trail is really well waymarked, even on this section where there's no real path. There are a lot of markers every few meters. A lot wilder now. There's a lot of plantation forests, but you can also see the southern uplands, like the hills, slowly getting higher. Ooh, it's getting so warm now. I can't wait to get to the Bothy in a couple of minutes and yeah, just have a rest in the shade. Da, 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 da. This is it, the Beehive Bothy. Look at that, it looks so cute. It's, I think, not an official MBA Bothy, but I think it has been built like for the Southern Upland Way, if I'm not mistaken, only a couple of years ago. Look at that, it really looks like a beehive. Oh, cool. Yeah, really happy that we're there and can call it a day. It's still pretty early, it's only 1:30. Let's have a look inside. It's probably very warm in there. Oh, this is it. Oh, let's check the visitors book, because again, I didn't see another walker all day. It's a very remote, like isolated trail. The last entry was from 5 days ago, which is crazy. Wow. And then 5 days before that, so yeah, there really aren't that many people out like staying in the Bothy or day walking or on the Southern Upland Way. Ooh, we made ourselves at home in the Bothy. I already got some water. The stream right next to the Bothy is, you can't really take water from there. It's basically stagnant. There's a lot of algae in there, so yeah, didn't take water from that, but instead I walked a couple of 100 meters, I think 300-400 meters up the trail. There's a bigger stream there, but even there it was not fast flowing. The water does look a bit sketchy and it was pretty warm too, so yeah, but it is what it is. There's no other option, so I took that and yeah, just going to filter it obviously and boil it. Just going to make a coffee and have a rest. Quite a hard day. I don't know. It was just a bit different than I expected with all the fields, and then even being in the woodlands there was no real shade because obviously most tracks are a bit wider, and because the sun is so high there isn't a lot of shade, so I think I will definitely have to start walking earlier tomorrow. It's 7 p.m. time to have my dinner. Tonight I'm having something that I never had before, like not in this combination. There's like dried apricots in there, cashew nuts for some healthy fat, and protein. Then a couscous made from chickpeas, so that's higher in protein. Then some veggie broth, dehydrated veggies, and yeah, some herbs and spices. I'm going to have that, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil. I have to ration my food a little bit, which is a bit harder, especially if you have like the afternoon off, and yeah, we had a hard long day yesterday. So there's one part of me that really wants to get all my snacks, but you have to, yeah, as I said, ration them a little bit so that they will last me for another 3 days. It's been a bit of a lonely day. I don't know what it is about the Southern Upland Way. It's not that I don't like it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just been a bit harder than I thought it would be. I don't know, I kind of miss walking past a pub, a cafe, something like that, just like having facilities, and I also miss seeing other people, even just day walkers. I saw no one today. Like the only person I spoke to was the lady that I asked for water, where I knocked on her door. I don't know what to think. It's not that I didn't like it. The scenery was nice. I really hope that it will maybe get a little bit more busy, so that I can meet other people here and there, and maybe a bit, yeah, more facilities. I think that first bit, like really having almost 5 days, depending on your pace, with basically nothing, I think that's, I don't think that would be the case for the entire hike. I think there will be definitely more villages with maybe a little pub here and there, something like that, more frequently. But still, it's all part of the hike. Not every day is always the best day, obviously. I mean, it's all good. I have food, I found water, everything's fine. It's just not one of those days where I think, oh, this is the most perfect day ever. It's not one of those days today for a couple of reasons. But yeah, it is what it is. That's the life on trail. And yeah, life, regular daily life as well, obviously. This is it, day 2 on the Southern Upland Way. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night!